Yo, yo, yo! What is up, everybody? We are back with some Kaizo Ironman. And we are back in the lab. Labs. We are definitely left off stuck in the lab for a very long time. So, hopefully, we won't spend all day in the lab today. One second. Uh, Alright, I had to help someone in the Ironman Discord, but now we should be good to go. Alright. I helped the person in the Ironman Discord, so now let's go. Let's do our attempts. Alright. We were stuck in the lab so much yesterday. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's do this. Please give me good Pokemon. I was stuck in the lab like all day yesterday. Please. Omanyte. What is this normal type Omanyte, bro? What is this? Ah, yeah. Starting off strong today. Let's go. Good starter, please. Good starter, please. Brillia, artillery. Oh, we got Shroomish. Yeah, I doubt we make it out of the lab, but maybe. Guess we ancient power. Oh, you have sacred fire. Ooh, everything rose. Yeah, nope. Nope. Alright, third time's the charm, right? This is when we get a good broken Pokemon. Asperberry, Elekid, Hariyama, Primer. Blizzard and Dynamic Punch. Yikes. Ow. Alright, a good starter. For Alligator, Meryl. And we got an unknown. But if we somehow make it out, we have a PP up. Aeroblast. Nope. We're donezo. Alright, give me 1 second. People are bugging me about something. Uh... Alright, let's continue. I got it taking out. Zygar, Arbok, Rattata. Why is this a normal Thunderwave? Aromatherapy? This Zygar might not have any moves. I don't think this Zygar has attacking moves. Let's go. We made it out the lab with a Rattata. He can pivot. Needle arm. Or it can Evo run this. Okay, I might Evo run this low key. I think it would be cool if we could Evo run this. Alright, let's actually name this Rattata. Alright, Evo run. Rattata, Evo run. Let's go. Okay, facade. Oh, we just got bodied. Milkies. Alright, this Milky sucks, but we can Giga Drain and get out of the lab. Frenzy plant. Oh. Alright, time to pivot. Ooh, Middle King is a potential pivot. Lapras, now that's a pivot. Alright, level 8 Lapras, get in the ball. Get in the ball, Lapras. Get in the ball. Oh, look at that attack stat. Yo, and that speed. Alright, we're running this Lapras. But all we have is Peck and Skull Mesh. But we'll try. We'll try. We learned a new move at 13. Twisted Spoon. Awakening. Nice. Ice Heal. Soda Pop. Mental Herb. Choice Band. Another Soda Pop. Nice. Alright. we can get some better moves, this Lapras will be good. Raichu. No, dang it, that Lapras was good. Crocodile. Hydro Pump. Wobbuffet. That's good. Magnemite. Dizzy Punch. Oof. Dizzy Punch. Oof. Aerodactyl, Rattata. Ah. Poliwag, Altaria, Sunflora. Is Sunflora's actually not that bad, but we just don't have a moveset for it. Fire Punch. I'm gonna call me crazy, but I'm gonna run this Sunflora. Ah, Espeon. Some floor is fast, has good special attack. It has bad Spadef, which sucks, but we got Fire Punch. Nah, we're continue playing. We're not dying to wilds like that, that's not cool. We're continue playing. Alright, Sunflora. Man, why did that hydro pump miss, dude? Ursula. This Corsola is not good. Yo, we lived on 1 HP and made it out of the lab. Carvana is not a pivot. Where's the other Pokemon here on this route? Why is the other Pokemon not showing up? Carvana, leave me alone. You have a bad typing and you're not fully evolved. Zigzagoon, that is not a pivot. X special. Stantler is a potential pivot. Refresh. You're a loafer. Stantler's a loafer. Alright, Ninjask, what do you have? Fake tears? What else do you have? Well, we're dead. That was a terrible ninja set. Anyways, bad moveset. Primate. This breed is poor chick. Poor chick. Poor chick has energy powder. Nice. Blaze kick. Oh, that did nothing. That blaze kick did nothing. Lugia, Jump Bluff, Cloister. Ah, this Cloister sucks. It's all speed, no attack. We have super effective Icy Wind. Maybe we make it out the lab. We're doing speed boost. Nah. Nah. Alright. Max potion, we better make it out the lab. Alright, I'm taking the Jirachi so we can get out the lab because we got a max potion, bro. Larvitar. Nice. We made it at the lab. Let's find a good pivot. Psyduck is not a pivot. Hooper, Zangoose, not a pivot. Yo, what's up, St. Laurent Don? St. Laurent Don? Permission to just call you Don? It's so much easier. How's your day going? Hope your day's going well. Bag on. Let me run. Okay, there's no pivots on that route. How's your day going, Don? Hope it's going well. We are stuck in the lab trying to find a pivot here. Aaron is not a pivot. Execute is not a pivot unless we find a leaf stone. Anorith is not a pivot. This seed has bad pivots. It's been great. I miss you, friend. It's Wes from KTT. Oh, yo. What's up? Join our baseball Discord. Unfortunately, I had 2 brain injuries last year, and I've lost interest in every sport but the NFL. So like, I don't watch baseball anymore, I don't watch basketball anymore, I don't watch hockey anymore, I don't even watch skateboarding anymore. I only watch football. I don't even watch competitive Smash Bros anymore, which is one of my favorites to watch. Like, I think a lot of the brain injuries caused me to have lots of changes in what I enjoy doing, I guess. But maybe we'll get back into basketball one day. I never was huge into baseball unless you went into the games in person. And I used to love hockey too, and skateboarding too. And yeah. Understandable. I hope the Sonics come back for you. Well, I mean, I'm still a Thunder fan. I just don't watch as often as I used to. Especially because, like, I live in Washington, and so, like, when my hockey team is from Carolina and my basketball team is from Oklahoma, it's hard to watch games when you live in a totally different state from them. And then, honestly, baseball's boring on TV, so I mean, maybe I'll get back into sports one day because I'm doing a lot better. I still have insomnia, but my head pain from the brain injuries are all gone. My anxiety that I developed from the insomnia is all gone. My panic attacks that came from the insomnia is all gone. My depression, panic attacks, fear of death, anxiety, they're all gone. The only thing that's really left over is the insomnia. The Xanthros is really, really good, by the way. Holy crap. We're definitely running this. Yeah, pretty much everything's gotten better except my insomnia. I still can't sleep without sleeping medication, and I need a very specific sleeping medication and dosage to stay asleep for the whole night. And it's a controlled medication, so it's not meant for long-term use, but it's the only thing that gets me to sleep. So, and I've tried a lot of things. Like, currently I'm doing TMS therapy Monday through Friday, which I'm hoping will help my sleep. So we'll see if that'll help fix my sleep. And I'm also seeing a psychiatrist who's prescribing me the sleep medication. Hopefully that'll get me to sleep. Also, why I haven't been posting on KTT, I guess, is because of the brain injuries, but also because, like, pretty much on KTT, all I would post about is sports and occasionally video games, but I haven't been watching sports, so I have nothing to say about sports. Like, I'll probably pop back into KTT on when football season starts, because it's the one sport that I still watch despite the brain injuries. And my plan is, so I'm doing TMS for around 8 weeks, so it'll end sometime in September. And I haven't had a job since last November, so I don't have too much money. But My plan is to, because everything has gotten better than insomnia, if after TMS therapy, I'm still getting consistent sleep with insomnia, then I'll finally look for a new job. And I want to find a job that I can work just Monday through Thursday, and that way I can have Friday and Saturday to be like a full-time streamer, basically stream for 12 hours a day on Fridays and Saturdays, and then use Sundays for church and football. That's my plan. That's what I plan to do anyways. Exercise and reading a book can help you sleep better. That helped me. I hate reading with a passion. I know it's useful, but I just hate it so much. It's good that you have it planned out, stick to it, and you can reach your happiness. Yeah. Dig? Nope, we have earthquake. We don't need dig. Yeah, everything's gotten a lot better. It's weird because, like, the insomnia started in July of last year after my second brain injury. And then the anxiety didn't start until September of last year, when it was 3 months and neither that 24/7 head pain from the brain injury or the insomnia got better at all. But my doctor kept telling me it's just anxiety, but I had all these pains everywhere throughout my body. I always had like brand new symptoms, and I'm like, I don't think it's all anxiety. Like, give me every test possible. And I've pretty much, over the past year, I've pretty much done every, like, normal medical test possible. And the only thing that was ever found is that, was that I don't hit deep sleep when I do sleep. So it does suck when they tell you it's all in your head and it's all anxiety. But in this case, my doctor was right. Once I finally stopped looking for medical answers and started believing myself that it was anxiety, is when I started to get better. And so I finally started to believe it was anxiety, and that's when my anxiety started to go away, and my panic attacks stopped, and sadly my insomnia never got better. When they say insomnia is tied to, they say insomnia is often tied to anxiety, to where if you fix your anxiety, you will fix your insomnia. For me, my insomnia is still around, but the only time I show anxiety anymore is if I'm awake for multiple days straight, which I haven't been, because the medicine I'm on from the psychiatrist has been getting me to sleep. Now, sometimes it's as little as 1 hour of sleep, and sometimes I was so sleep deprived today that I woke up at 4 p.m. So I just knocked out for 12 hours or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, my insomnia, still needs fixing, and I would prefer to eventually be able to sleep again without medication, but if I have to be on sleep medications my whole life, that's fine. I'm fully prepared for that scenario. That's what I think will likely happen, is just being on sleep medications the rest of my life. But as long as I can get good amount of sleep with or without sleep medications, then I can function as a normal adult again. I went 14 months without streaming because of all the pain and suffering I was in, and that pain and suffering was just from anxiety in the end. But now I'm back to streaming. I feel like I can go places, kinda. About 3 weeks ago, I had a car crash that totaled my car. And another thing that I've had since I was 18 was a fear of death. And Basically, God saved me from a really bad car crash where my car rolled sideways like 3 different times or something like that. And so I feel like I should have died from the car crash, but all I had was a bunch of bruises and pain and no internal injuries at all. I had to get some staples in my head for a small laceration, but overall it was good. Like God just saved me from that car crash, and that car crash being saved, that's the third car crash in my life, and 2 of them were really bad to where I should have died. 2 of those things, 2 of those car crashes were really bad. That the first car crash when I was 18, it caused me to have a fear of death. But the fact that I survived this car crash a few weeks ago, it actually helped me get over my fear of death. Like my physical symptoms were so bad at one point that I would sleep with my phone next to me with unlocked with 911 on the call screen, just in case I needed to call 911. Like, that's how bad my symptoms were. But it was always, in the end, nothing was ever wrong. And I've had way too many ER trips this year because I thought I was having heart attacks, and it was all just panic attacks. But once I was saved from yet another deadly car crash, because my second car crash, a deer just jumped into me and the car was totaled, but it wasn't like a sketchy car accident. But the first car crash, the police said I would have died if I crashed even 1 millisecond sooner. And the second car crash was really bad because it rolled over and totaled my car, and there was basically lately I've conquered my anxiety, I've conquered my panic attacks, I've conquered my fear of death, and I had depression for like a month. Like, when the pain got so bad and I felt like I could literally do nothing, I did have depression for a little bit. So, oh no, that's bad. Parish song is bad. Please don't miss overheat. Okay, I think we have to one-shot this thing because of Parish song. Nice. So yeah, so I've overcome a lot recently, and I actually feel like a normal human being again. So maybe I'll start posting on KTT again, because I do feel like a normal human being again, which is, it's weird. Like, for a little over the past month, like, basically since the beginning of July, my second brain injury happened in June of last year, and the insomnia started in July of last year. So it's basically been a year of torture, and I finally feel like myself again after a year, which is crazy that I went like a year, so yeah, so I might start posting on KTT again, we'll see, but I really only talk about football anyways, because I don't watch the other sports enough. Like, even if I do watch the occasional, like, basketball, baseball, or baseball, hockey, basketball games, like, I don't watch them enough to want to, like, post in those sections. But pretty much every Sunday I always watch football. Even like last year during football season I had my brain injuries, but I usually watched football on Sundays still anyways. Some Sundays I didn't, but so I've overcome pretty much everything but insomnia. And what I've noticed what I've noticed is when I get sleep now for like the past month and a half, I actually feel like a normal person again. Whereas last year, my insomnia wasn't as bad as it is this year, and I would get 4 hours of sleep a night, but I wouldn't feel like a normal person. And now, like, when I get sleep, I feel like a normal person. And like yesterday night, I got like 12 hours of sleep, but the night before that, I only got like 2 hours of sleep. And even 2 hours of sleep, I felt somewhat normal. Like, I felt like my muscles felt pretty weak, but I felt overall normal. And I think if I can get back to 4+ hours of sleep every night, then I will be able to like just live a normal life again. And it still sucks that I have insomnia. I don't want to be taking medications for insomnia. I don't want to be on a benzodiazepine long term, but right now it's the only thing that gets me to sleep, but also keeps me asleep throughout the night. So I'm on 2 milligrams of Ativan, and it's not meant to be used long term, but I just figure a lack of sleep is more dangerous than me being long term on Ativan. So, but I'm also working with a psychiatrist and TMS therapist to working with a psychiatrist and TMS to hope that I can fix my insomnia to a point where I can either use safer medication to sleep through the night, or where I can where I can sleep without medication. It wasn't your time to go. That's a real thing. I'm glad God was looking out for you. Yeah, I definitely had lots of people tell me that it wasn't my time to go, that I still have a purpose on this earth. Because like the way my car crashed, if you saw pictures of the car and like how it crashed, like I flipped over sideways multiple times. Like the way the crash looked, it looked like I should have been dead, but all I did was I had a small laceration in my head, I had bruises, and I had pain, and they took me to the ER to get checked out, and everything came back normal. So no internal injuries. Like, God definitely saved my life that day. I'm not on KTT, just on Discord with some old KTT guys I see. Yeah, I mean, I use Discord every single day, so if you guys, you said you're on a baseball Discord, right? If you guys just talk about baseball, then I probably wouldn't be interested in joining, but otherwise maybe I'd be interested in joining. I do use Discord every day. Mainly I'm running a Pokemon challenge called the Ironmon challenge. I'm in the Ironmon Discord every day, and I'm in a few other Discords that I visit regularly. Talk about whatever, to be honest, but mostly baseball when season's going on. I don't think I've watched a single Mariners game this year, so I probably wouldn't be of any knowledge or insight. And that it's just interesting how it's either just coincidental or change in brain chemistry, or just from the brain injury. Like, a lot of things I used to enjoy, I don't enjoy anymore. Like, I don't care to watch. I've never really cared to watch baseball on TV, to be fair, but like, because of the brain injuries and like the physical pain I've been in a lot this year, I haven't been to a game in person this year, and I probably won't be to a game in person this year, which is probably the first year of my entire life that I would have never went to a game in person. That's just because, like, I know it can be loud in there, and like, I'm not like while I am technically recovered from my brain injuries, I feel like I get head pain way easier than I used to get. So like, a loud place like a baseball stadium might not be the best place to go. Although I recently started going to concerts again, and I was fine there. But yeah, so I probably won't go to a baseball game this season, which I think I've been to at least one baseball game every year since I was born. So that streak will end. Take advantage of these chances. I'm happy to hear you're overcoming all these odds. Thank you. Yeah, I've overcome a lot just in like the past 2 months alone, which is, it's crazy how like drastic I was. Like back in May, I was, so I'd gotten so bad that my parents had me move in with them, and I'd gotten so bad that they took my phone and my laptop away from me, and it had gotten to the point where one day I met with a therapist, and then when I got home from the therapist, I was in so much pain that I'm like, I need to go to the ER, but my parents refused to take me to the ER. And because they also knew it was all anxiety. It's like everyone around me knew it was all anxiety, but I refused to accept that it was all anxiety. And I'm like, I need to go to the ER, and they were like, no, just come inside, it'll die down. And then I threatened to leave the house and just be homeless, like straight up. I threatened to leave the house and be homeless, and then my parents got sick and tired of me. They gave my phone and computer back, and they took me back to my old home. And then shortly after that, that was just in May, and then sometime in June, late June or early July, like I finally accepted that it was all anxiety, and I had gotten so much better. And it was just like a month later from when I threatened to live on the street to my parents, that I had gotten that much better in that short of a time. And all it took was to recognize that, hey, I don't actually have a medical problem. It's all anxiety. And when I finally accepted that, I finally started to get better. The anxiety died down. I bought an at-home pulse oximeter and an at-home EKG mini machine that works with your phone. So that way when I had like panic attacks or like had anxiety chest pains, I could just test my oxygen level, test my heart rate, and test my heart's rhythm at home instead of just rushing off to the ER all the time. And so those purchases, I think, actually, while some people will say it just means you're more anxious because now you're just checking all the time to see if your vitals are normal, but I actually think it helped me become less anxious because it made me have less trips to the ER. That most, like 99% of my trips to the ER this year were useless. Like, it was all just panic attacks. There were a few times where I had to go to the ER because I was like awake for 4 days straight and didn't have the medicine I needed, so I needed them to give me a dose of medicine so I could finally get sleep. And there's one time I went to the ER because I developed a rash from a medicine that same ER gave me. And so basically, like, it's a miracle that I went from back in May of this year to threatening to live on the street to late June, early July, feeling like way better, like a month without a panic attack, like very rare anxiety attacks. Like the car crash caused me to not have fear of death anymore. The depression was gone. And it's just weird to see how fast it changed once I finally accepted it was anxiety. And I had been on anxiety medication since September of last year, so that probably helped as well. But the fact that I finally recognized, okay, this is not a medical problem, and it is all anxiety, and everything but the insomnia got better. Like, the insomnia is still very bad, but everything else has gotten way better. Mariners are pretty solid this year. Yeah, I heard they had like a 10-game division lead, and then they like blew that lead, but I think they're still in first, question mark. They're still a solid team, even though they blew such a huge division lead, or something like that. But like I said, I haven't seen a game this year. I pretty much like, most of the time when my pain was so bad, even though it was anxiety pain in the end, like, my pain was so bad that most of this year I just laid around watching YouTube videos. So I haven't been watching basketball, hockey, or baseball this year. I haven't been watching competitive Smash much this year, which I used to love. I haven't watched competitive skateboarding at all this year, which I used to watch every single event. I'm still watching competitive Valorant though. That's like the one thing that I still seem to enjoy, that I used to enjoy pre-brain injury, is competitive Valorant. And I'm still enjoying playing video games, which is nice. And I went to 2 concerts recently, just this past week, and I actually enjoyed myself at both the concerts, even though a concert is what caused my first head injury last year. So I was always worried about like going to a concert and having PTSD, because that concert is what caused me to have a year and a half of, or like a year and 2 months of lots of pain. But I really enjoyed myself at both concerts and didn't have any anxiety or PTSD when I was at the concerts. So still enjoying lots of music. I just don't really watch as much sports and TV anymore, and watch more YouTube than I used to. As long as it gives you peace of mind to know you're okay, that's all that matters. Yeah. I just hope one day I can sleep without medications, but as of now, like, I'm fine being on medications, sleeping medications my entire life, if it gets me a full night's sleep. And Ativan gets me, oh, you're faster than me and you confused me. Bro, stop it. Yeah, so we have to heal up. What do we have for heals? 4 stores, potion, max potion. I think I'm gonna have to max potion. That's such a waste, but it's good to have full healing while fighting Brock. But yeah, I would love to not use sleeping medication. But if I have to be on sleeping medication for the rest of my life, like, as long as I can find someone who's willing to prescribe me 2 milligrams of Ativan long term, then I'm okay being on Ativan long term, because it not only puts me to sleep, but it keeps me to sleep. A lot of other medications either don't even put me to sleep at all, or they put me to sleep and then I wake up like an hour later because they don't keep me asleep. So if I need sleeping meds the rest of my life, that's fine. I feel like I can be a normal, functioning adult when I get sleep these days. What? Are you serious? That's how much attack stat did that Stantler have? It outsped us and one-shot us. Dude, this challenge is so hard, bro. This challenge is so hard. You got this, Bliss. I'm gonna go now. Have a great rest of your day. Follow back too. Yeah, I'll follow back. Sounds good. Talk to you again soon. Yeah, feel free to. Anyone from KTT is definitely welcome to pop in here. I used to stream with face cam before my brain injuries, and I'm guessing sometime I'll go back to streaming with face cam again, but for now I'm not using face cam. But yeah, sometime I'll go back to streaming with Facecam. Always happy to talk to anyone from KTT, even my haters, even Stealth. Even Stealth, I'd be happy to talk with, even though he's either trolling or he genuinely hates me, but dang, this Ampharos only had 91 attack. Oh wait, that's an Ampharos. What did that, who killed us again? I don't even remember. Oh, Stantler. I need to look up Stantler's attack. He loves you, don't worry. Yeah, I'm sure it's just playful banter. I don't hold it against him. I just often ignore him. Dude, that Stantler had 143 attack. No wonder we got one shot by Earthquake. Well, back to the lab again. Before you leave, I guess, if you want to know what Kaizo Ironmon is, it's basically you have to beat the game with one Pokemon, and if you die, the run is over. So it's basically reset until you get a really busted Pokemon and hopefully make it far. So that Ampharos died in that Brock fight, so now I have to restart. Jinx, Boink, Stantler. This Stantler is slow, bro. Perish Song in the lab. Well, we didn't. We were gonna die to Perish Song anyways. If we lived that attack, we would have died to Perish Song next turn. Perish Song is so annoying. I accidentally picked the guy this time.